Okay, so we're looking at another type of question that could come for SCA, which is based on reasoning. So we have this question. We have 5 boys who participated in a race. They competed a race, and the question asks who came second. Give a reason for your answer. So these are the 5 boys here, and we have their time, the times they completed the race at. So I always use this example about Usain Bolt, that he's the fastest man in the world because he can compete a race in the shortest possible time. So we're looking for the time. The person who completed the race first will be the person who completed the race in the shortest time, right? Smallest decimal number. So we can arrange our decimal numbers, or we can look from right here. Some people are skilled enough, they can look from here. And what's the smallest decimal number? Here. The smallest decimal number is here. Jaden, who is at 10.08. Second is Alex, who is at 10.4. And third is Samuel, who is at 10.48. And fourth is Michael, who is at 10.8. And fifth is Brad, who is at 10.84. Another way you can look at it, you arrange your decimal numbers in ascending order. So we'll go from 10.40 to 10.48 to 10. We'll go from 10.08 to 10.40 to 10.48, then to 10.80, then to 10.84. So we have the numbers arranged first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Right? And the question is who came second? So the person who came second is the person who scored 10.40, and that person is Alex. Okay? Right? So let's look at our next reasoning question. So we have machines. We have this question based on machines. The information shown below shows the rate at which 2 machines produce screws. So we have machine 1, and I'm going to name it M1, produces 8 screws in 15 minutes, while machine 2, M2, produces 6 screws in 10 minutes. And the question asks you to solve which machine produces more screws in an hour. So they want to know which machine is producing more screws, or the most amount of screws, in 1 hour. Now, I'm going to change 1 hour into minutes, because if you look at it, the rates are given in minutes. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So machine 1, in 15 minutes, you are able to get 8 screws. So what we need to determine, how many 15 minutes we can get in 60 minutes. And that will be 4 sets, 15 to 51, that's 4 sets. So we get 4 sets of 15 in 60. And every set of 15 you will get 8 screws. So therefore, we will be, for machine 1, we'll be able to get 32 screws. If we look at machine 2, right? Machine 2, every 10 minutes, you'll be able to get 6 screws, shorten that, screws. So, how many 10s can we get in 60? 6 sets. So 6 sets multiplied by 6, that's 36 screws. That's 36 screws. So therefore, which machine produced more screws in 1 hour? That will be machine 2, because machine 2 in the 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, is giving us 36 screws, while machine 1 in the 6 minutes is giving us 32 screws. So machine 2 produces more screws than machine 1. Okay? Let's look at our next reasoning question. Right. Here we have a flight schedule. And we have, you check in the information to check in 45 minutes before departure time. Anyone late will miss their flight, and the duration of the flight is 25 minutes. Johnny's flight was, so we have this question, is Johnny's flight was at 2:25 a.m. He arrived at the airport, so his arrival time to catch his flight is at 2 a.m., right? Did he make his flight give a reason? So if his flight is at 2:25 a.m., he's supposed to arrive 45 minutes before that. So his arrival time, so we're going to work out his arrival time, which is supposed to be 45 minutes before. So we're going to take away that 45 minutes to see what is 45 minutes before 2:25. So here we have 25 minutes, take away 45 minutes. That cannot happen. So we're going to take 1 hour and add it to the 25 minutes. We're going to get 85 minutes, right? And now we subtract. So he's supposed to arrive at 1:40 a.m. However, he arrives at 2 a.m. So therefore, he would miss his flight. He did not make his flight. He would miss the flight. He did not make the flight because he's supposed to arrive at one time, 1:40, but he arrives at what? He arrives at 2 o'clock, okay? Let's look at the next reasoning question. All right, and these type of questions, they love to bring these type of questions. Who is cheaper? So we're looking at two vendors. We have vendor A, who is selling mangoes, and he's selling mangoes. Vendor A is selling mangoes for $10. So if he's selling 4 for $10, we can one time find for one. So let's find for one. Let's find for one mango. So we will divide by 4. $10 divided by 4. So that means one mango from vendor A costs $2.50. Now if you look at vendor B is selling 8 mangoes, the option they give us, 8 mangoes for $20. So let's find out how much for one mango with vendor B. Same division. When I want to find for one, I divide, okay? Right? So many to one, I divide. So with vendor B, we're saying that we got the same. We're saying that for vendor B, we're getting the same amount. 2 for one mango is $2.50. So for both vendors, vendor A and vendor B, the price is the same. So no one is selling cheaper. Both are selling at the same price. Okay? Let's look at our next reasoning question. Right, so we have, in this question, we have two boxes. I'm going to just draw a diagram. We have box A, and box A weighs 1.3 kilograms, while we have box B, which contains 5 bottles, and each bottle, one bottle, has a mass of 250 grams. So box A is weighing 1.3 kilograms, while box B has 5 bottles in it, and one bottle contains, that's one bottle, I'm drawing a little diagram of a bottle here. One bottle is weighing 250 grams, and you have 5 bottles. So let's find the mass. We should find the mass of those 5 bottles. So for the 5 bottles, it's going to be the weight of the 5 bottles will be 250 multiplied by 5, which would give you 1,250 grams. Now I need to, what they want me to, the question says, which box weighs more? So we have to compare box A to box B. Now we cannot compare when the units are different. Box A is weighing 1.3 kilograms, while box B is weighing 1,250 grams. We need to change the grams to kilograms. And to change grams to kilograms, we divide by 1,000, which means we shift the point 3 places to the left. So here we're shifting 1, 2, 3. So therefore, box B, the mass of box B is 1.25 kilograms. So which one is weighing heavier? Box A, because the value is as a larger mass, 1.3 kilograms, right? Let's look at the next reasoning question. Right, so in this question, this calculation is given to two students. 19.2 multiplied by 3.6, and these are the two students here. Kelly, and she did the multiplication and she got 691.2, while Kieran, he did the calculation and he got 69.12. Right, who got the correct answer? Now, if you look, we're multiplying two decimal numbers and there's two decimal places, so your answer is supposed to have two decimal places. And we only saying that if you compare Kelly and Kieran, Kieran has two decimal places in his answers. But let us, to double check to solve out, let us work it out to ensure that our reasoning is correct. So I'm going to multiply. Now with decimal numbers, multiply as normal. Do not put down your point. Multiply as normal, right? So I'm starting here by the 6. We could start by the 3. We could start by the 6. So I'm starting here by the 6. 6 2s are 12. Right? 9 6 are 54. Add 1, 55. I like to show all my working. 1 by 6 is 6. 6 add 5 is 11. Do not put down your decimal points as yet. Only until you add up the two products, then you put your decimal point. Add a 0. 3 2s are 6. 9 3s are 27. 1 2 3. Add 2 5. So let's add now. 7 9 6. Good. Now, how many decimal places? We have 1 here and we have 1 here, so which is 2. So our decimal point goes here. So the answer is 69.12. Therefore, which student is correct? Kieran. He is correct. Okay? Alright. Let's look at our next reasoning question. Or is that it for our reasoning questions? Yes, that's it for our reasoning questions. So you notice that with these questions, they're asking, it's more, I would consider it an application question, because they will give you a scenario, and with, for example, they give us a scenario, 2 vendors, and they ask us which one is cheaper, right? And give you a reason. You cannot just pinpoint and say this, observe the data and say, okay, this one is cheaper. No, you have to do your working, and when you do your working, you use that working to support your answer. So vendor A is the cheaper one. You can't just say vendor A is cheaper. You have to show working to support your answer, right? Okay, so you show your working to support your answer, and that's how we do reason, to give you a reason. You show your working to support your answer, to state your reason why you select this answer. And that's how we do reasoning questions. Now remember, revise every day. Yes, you're home. Monday you'll be home. You're home for this whole week. Now you have to revise. Your parents may have to go to work. Some may stay home. Some they have to go to work, right? You have to mature. Take this opportunity to revise. Take your breaks in between. I will be sending you a schedule to what to revise per day, and you will take your breaks. It's not that you're going to be buried in the books, but you kind of would be buried in the books, but you will get your time to take your break and then revise. The exam is still on. We're not too sure they're playing it day by day, week by week, but we're not too sure, but we know that we are prepared. We are still in preparation mode. This is not play time, okay? This is still revision time. Any questions you want to further explain, call me, message me. Please revise, students. We are still in preparation mode. Revise, and you're home, so stay comfortable, relax back and revise. You're not in school, so in your comfortable environment at home, just relax back and revise. Memorize what you need to memorize. Follow through your steps. Know your techniques, what you need to do. Revise everything. You're revising your maths. You're going through your formulae. You're going through questions. You're not just staring at the answers. You're going through questions over again. Everything we have done in maths so far. You're going to your comprehension skills we have done so far. Remember that those cue cards where you say revise your comprehension notes every day. You wanna do practice. You have your booklets if you want to write over the questions we have done in class in another book and do it over. Not a problem. The sample stories we have done in class so far, the reports, everything we have done. Pull out your notes, go through everything, even write every day. You could screenshot. You can send me a picture of what you wrote. Just revise. Just put in the work and revise. This is for you, so put in the work and revise every day, even though you are home. Okay? All right? Okay.